Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Yoyis and I'm a lash artist in Las Vegas. And today's video is episode 9 or 10. I don't even know anymore. But in today's episode of My Lash Babe is Killing It, I got the chance to sit down with Shu by Wings by Shu, and we talked about her lash journey, and she actually made some pretty good points in this video. So you guys who want to stick around and hear what she has to say. So if you guys want to hear what Shu had to say, then just keep on watching.
I got my lows, I got my highs, moving them close to my goal. Time is now, place is here to rest, filling the holes on my soul. I see, I like, I go, I get, no one can hold me back. I see, I like, I go, I get, go, I get, go, I get, go, I get now.
I can hear you. Yes, ma'am.
Hello.
Okay, that's good, I think. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, you're good.
Okay. Hi, how are you?
I'm good, and you?
Good. I know it's been like so we're not even having a photo shoot today. It's next Sunday.
Oh, really? I was just gonna ask
Yeah.
you. So how's that going?
It's next week. It's next week.
Okay. So what
Yeah.
kind of photo show are they doing?
It's just for the shop, so like branding and marketing. So we just wanted some headshots, like group photos, just something so we can put on the website. If we need to make personal flyers.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you work in a salon?
I do. I'm here
Okay.
now. I'm at work. The door. See the shop? No. So, I am. Yep.
Okay. Okay, so let's go ahead. How about you introduce yourself, your name, how long have you been lashing, what got you started within the industry? Tell me a little bit about yourself.
Okay. So my name is Ashura, but
Ashura?
I go by Shu. Yes, Ashura.
Okay, that's cute.
Yes. I go by Shu. It's just easier
Shoot, I
for
like that.
people.
Yeah.
Yep. I've been lashing for about, let's say, about 2.5 years.
Okay.
Yep, about 2.5 years now.
Mhm.
I'm originally from Chicago, and what got me started? So, okay, so I remember in 2017, that I got my first like set of classic lashes, and the girl did them, and she was only charging like at the time like $50. And I was like, "You do lashes for $50?" She was like, "Yeah." I was like, "You teach me?" And she's like, "Honestly, like no, but I just taught myself off YouTube." And I was like, I could do that. Like,
Yeah.
So I went on my vacation. I had the lashes, and I had them for a minute. But you just know, like, when something isn't right. You know what I'm saying? So I would like kind of blink, and it would like kind of hurt, like a little bit, and I just knew something wasn't right. And I was like,
Yeah.
I could do this. Like, she taught herself off YouTube. I could teach myself. So I came back from vacation in Miami, and I bought the kit, I bought the mannequin, and I would just like practice. Like, I would just practice, and I was like, I'm over this. Like, I cannot do this. This is so hard. Like, what the heck? So I was like, I kind of gave up. And I was like in April 20. Was it no? May. It was June 2017. June 2017. So I bought the kit. I was practicing. I was like, no, this is, I don't know. I can do this. So I had a friend, and she came over, and I was like, can I try to do your lashes? Like, I need to practice. I want to practice on a person. Like, I would practice on this mannequin. It is hard. Like, I think I need to practice on a live person. So she was like, okay. But she had her little baby with her and her son. So I tried, and it took me 6 hours because I had to help her change him. I had to like help her watch him because her eyes were closed, and I knew what I was doing, and it was just so hard. But I finished, and I gave her a classic set, and I was like, okay, well, I need some more people. So I was like all my cousins. Like, I practiced on all my cousins, like all of them. And then my mom was like, if you do 8 people, I'll let you do mine. I was like, deal.
Uh-huh.
I was only doing classics at the moment. So that's what kind of got me started. And like I always wanted to help people. Like I have a bachelor's in psychology, so I love talking to people.
Okay.
I love people. Like
Mhm.
so doing like it's just easy. It's like therapy sessions, and I love it.
Yeah.
So and I like people make people feel good. Like I'm a humanitarian. Like I'm an Aquarius, so I would love for people.
Yeah, yeah. So you were honest since the very beginning. You were like, this is what I want to do, and you were focused on getting it done. So,
Yeah, I was kind of tired of corporate America. Like I always worked in retail or I worked in an office, and like I have a bubbly big personality, and I like jewelry, I like tattoos, like my nose being pierced, I like colorful hair, and it just wasn't for me. Like
you had to
I
be
couldn't do it.
too. It was, yeah, I get you.
Yeah. Yeah, so
You wanted to be wild and free.
yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
Well, that makes me so happy that you started pursuing this because I've seen your work and girl, you were killing it.
Thank
You're so
you. Thank
good.
you.
Aw. Okay, so what is one struggle, like one area that you struggled in the beginning where you're like, you were at the point where you wanted to give up, but you overcame that struggle and now you could kind of laugh about it? Hmm.
A struggle for me, I would definitely say time and like isolation. Those are like the
Mhm.
two biggest struggles, like time. Like a lot of people would tell me, like, you are so slow. Like you are slow. Like, or even I would use pre-made fans and they would be like, you using fans, like why is it take you so long? I don't know. Like I'm working on it. And now like it's just that I'm a perfectionist in what I do and I have like a slight OCD to it.
Mhm.
So like even though like the fans are pre-made, like I want to make sure like I'm really like getting in there and like
Yeah.
placing it on the lash. So definitely time like even today people are like, you're a little slow and stuff like that. And I'm just like, well, I like to take my time. I do. I
Yeah.
like to take my time because in this craft you have to take your time. And
Mhm.
that's very important.
Yeah.
So I would say time of isolation. And now I had a girl comment, like, sometimes I'll post like a little boomerang if I do one eye. And
Uh-huh.
then I had a girl post like, it's the time for me. And I was, oh, you think I'm fast? Because to myself, I feel like, oh my gosh, I'm taking forever. Like, this is taking so long. But to other people looking in she's a beginner and she's a little slower and she feels like my timing is perfect.
Uh-huh.
So I would definitely say time.
I feel like time, I mean, that's definitely something that we all struggle because first of all, we struggle with isolation and even placement. And I feel like if you don't have isolation and placement down, your time is not gonna be all there. So you have to perfect those
Girl.
two first before you could even improve your speed. And even now, like with me, I feel like I love to take my time. Like I love to take my
Yeah.
time. I hate being rushed, and when I am being rushed, everything just goes like it's not good.
Yeah,
And
you can like tell and feel when a client is like impatient. They're like doing little mannerism, and especially studying psychology. Like
mm,
I'm reading your body language, like, and even
yeah,
without studying, like, like, okay, this part they're ready, and it
they're
makes you
getting
feel nervous. You're
fussy.
like, oh my gosh, they're ready
Mhm,
to go. I don't want to zoom through it. I want to get done, but
mhm.
it's like, what do you do? It's hard.
Yeah,
It's tough. So
yeah, it definitely puts you in that position where you start getting stressed out, and then once you get stressed out, I feel like it's all downhill from there.
it's all downhill from there.
Yeah, exactly. You start
Yes.
shaking. You're just
Yes.
like, crap, I need to hurry.
Oh my gosh, like I have to hurry up.
Yeah. I feel like now that I build up my clientele, they already know that this is what I do. This is how long I take. So they're at the point where they don't even care. They go to sleep and that's it. But I feel like
Yes.
as a beginner, it is kind of stressful because you want them to keep coming back. And it's like at the back of your mind where you're just like, I gotta hurry up now, or they're never gonna come back because I take so long. And it kind
Yes.
of it kind of sucks because it puts that pressure on us. It makes us feel like we're not good because we're not fast enough. And it sucks. it
Absolutely.
it sucks, but at the end of the day, it doesn't matter how fast you are, as long as you are doing a good job and making sure that you're isolating good, your placement is good, everything is on point. That's all that matters. So I feel like speed is
Yeah.
speed is like the number one killer for lash artists, especially as a beginner, because it puts you in that position
Yes,
where it makes you doubt yourself. It kind of makes you doubt yourself because you're
for
like, I'm
sure.
not fast enough. So that's definitely one thing that I like to say is that it doesn't matter how slow you go as long as you're doing a good job about it.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yes. Okay, wait, Paul. I just feel like I'm so dark. Like you cannot I have this shadow, like you cannot see me. Like
You're
am
good.
I a little dark?
No, you're good. You're good. I
Okay. Okay.
can see
I don't know if it's
pictures.
just me. Okay. Yeah, I agree. It wasn't until I just, sometimes I just watch YouTube really late at night and that's how I found you. Like I
Oh,
was watching YouTube and I found you and it was this other lash artist speaking. I forgot her name. I'm sorry, I can't think of it at the time. But she was like, honestly, I take 3 to 4 clients a day and I'll take my time.
mm,
And
mm,
she had over 20,000 followers. And I'm like, wow, no, honestly, I don't care. I've spoke to young ladies and they're like, yeah, I lash till 2 a.m. and my hand cramps up. And I'm just like,
you gotta do what you gotta
no.
do.
You do have to do what you got to do, but if you're taking your time, you're consistent.
Yeah.
Those 3 or 4, they're gonna appreciate that.
Yes.
Whether you cramming everybody in a day. Like I
Yeah.
have a kid, I have a life, I have a job. You know what I'm saying? I do this full time, and I have a kid, so I can't get everybody in until 2 a.m. Like I'm a mom at the end of the day,
Mm-hmm.
so I would rather take my time on those 3 or 4 a day
Mm-hmm.
than lash until I can't lash
Can't
anymore. I'm
no
sorry.
more.
Like you have to think about your lash health, your hands,
Yeah.
your back. Those are important things.
I
So
feel like that's when burnout happens, and I feel like they get into this place where they don't even enjoy it anymore. Like you start lashing just to get everybody in, but if you're only giving yourself 1 or 2 hours for each client, it's like, are you really enjoying that process? Like everybody does things differently. Like I'm not saying nothing by it, but if you want to do it that way, go ahead. But
go
for
ahead.
me at least, I like to take my time and I want to give my clients my best work, and if I'm being rushed within 2 hours, I already know it's not gonna be good.
Absolutely.
Hmm.
Because in the end, it's like everybody doesn't have the same amount of lashes.
Yeah.
Everyone's lashes are different. So
Yeah.
what I do to this client, I can't do to this client or that client. Like
Mhm.
everybody varies. So
Yes.
I agree. Absolutely. Like if you can do that, hey, hallelujah to you. But it's
I
something I
know.
cannot do.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, damn, girl, you are killing it, but I
you
can't.
you are killing
Yeah,
it.
exactly. I
Absolutely.
I don't know. I mean, like I said, everybody does things differently. Me personally, I like to make sure that I think that's my thing is that I'm so anal
Yes.
about each
Yes.
lash being,
Yes.
lash. And that's probably why my retention is so good, because if you're giving them 100% coverage, then their lashes are going to fall off slower. They're going to have more to work with. So,
Right.
I wanted to ask you, what made you think of your business name?
Weeks by Shoe.
Yeah, it's so cute.
Okay. Thank you. And then so I guess I'll dive a little deep into that. So Weeks by Shoe. So at the time, everybody, they had their last name, by their name, blah, blah, blah. And Winks, I didn't want to do WN, KS.
Mhm.
It was just so typical. And even with my son's name, I spell it, my son's name is Austin,
Okay.
but I spell it AUSTYN.
Oh, you spell it different.
I
Yeah.
spell it different. So
Uh-huh.
I wanted to stand out a little bit. Okay, so how else can I spell Winks? But it's still, you still pronounce it and it's Winks.
Yeah.
So that's Winks. And then my name is, like I said, Ashura. So
Mhm.
everybody calls me Shu. SHU.
Oh, what happened? You good?
Oh, it was low power. So my phone was telling me I had 20%. Sorry.
Okay.
So everybody calls me Shu.
Mhm.
And then as far as my sets, I name them Flirty. Well, at first I used to do classic. So it used to be sweet, flirty, and seductive.
Ooh,
Then
okay.
when I transferred over, it was
Uh-huh.
just funny and seductive. And some of my main handles in college, they used to call me Seductive Shoe
Uh-huh.
because I guess
Yeah.
I've just been told I have this seductive aura about myself, or my eyes are seductive.
Yeah.
Yes. So I've been told, I don't know.
Yeah.
And so I named my set Seductive Shoe. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna name my sets. Like, they're just not gonna be Volume and Hybrid and Mega. I want to name them like, okay, so I'm a little flirty. And what's, so I started with seductive. So what's close to seductive? Okay, so we want to be flirty. And like, what's before flirty? You want to be sweet. And so, I have my seductive shoe, well, my seductive lashes and my flirty lashes. And so I just want to be different and stand out. And it just goes along with my name.
Yeah. I've actually never thought of like actually naming my sets, because that's a really cute idea. It's like, having strip lashes, how they all have names. That's a really cute idea. And then on top of it too, it's like when you provide that, then your girls will be like, I want seductive, like you know what to give them,
Yes, like I want to get a seductive look. Like, oh, girl, I know exactly what you're talking about. Let me give it to you.
I got you.
I got you. Okay.
Yeah.
So yes, that's how it came about.
Okay, so where do you see yourself within the next year to 5 or 10 years? Like, where do you see yourself going?
Okay. In the next year, something I want to do, I definitely want to be a lash educator. I feel like there are a lot of young ladies out here, they're doing lashes and like they learn from YouTube at first. Until I did take a lash course. Eventually I did. But they're learning from YouTube, or they're learning from people, and everyone teaches different. And just the stuff I just see on Facebook, I just be like,
oh, Facebook.
Come here. Please come here. And people ask me all the time, do you teach? Like, will you teach me? And at the time I wasn't licensed. I wasn't a licensed esthetician. So I would tell them no, like, but soon, like, give me some time and I will. Now being licensed, like, I would love to educate young women on lashes. And I also want to be a lash supplier. So that's in my next year. My next 5 years, I do want my own beauty bar. And I want to offer different services. Like, I don't just lash. Like, that was one thing about getting my license. Like, yes, I lash and I love lashing, but I also love waxing and facials. I do. And I don't want to limit myself, because it's limitless in this industry. Like, I love lashing. I do. I think I could give a good vacation on a facial. So call me in about like a couple months. When I get that set up, I got you.
Alrighty. Wait, I don't think I asked you, where are you from?
Oh, I am from Chicago, Illinois. I'm from the south side of Chicago. So I've been in Vegas, I would say 3 summers. Yeah, I moved here in June 2018.
Girl, we gotta get together.
Yes. So I'm still, I guess, I'm not new, but I've been here for a little bit, and I'm getting used to things, and it is definitely different. Yeah, for sure. From being, Vegas, people like, Vegas is big. No, Vegas is very small compared to Chicago. You could drive like diagonally across in about 45 minutes.
Yeah, exactly. 30 minutes on the other side of the town.
You're on the other side, like, that's tiny. So I do like it. It's different. I miss the food back home, but I do love the weather here. I do.
It's a lot better. That's why my husband and his family, they're from Chicago too, and they hated the snow. It's so funny because every winter they talk about how bad it is in Chicago, and I'm just like, you guys are exaggerating. Because
so don't like my friends back home. Like, I'm like, oh my gosh, like, it's 50 today. It's so cold. They're like, girl. I'm like, no, you don't understand. Like, we're in triple digits here. Like, girl, I'm talking about a drastic change. Like, it's cold. And no one believes me. They're like, you act like you were in Chicago your whole life. I'm like, but it's different now. Like, I'm on the West Coast.
It's like you get used to the weather, you get used to it. It's like when you go somewhere different, you're just like, what is this? Do you have any questions for me?
Yes. Okay. So, like I said, I was just literally like watching YouTube like one night, and I just ran across you, and you just so happened to be in Vegas. Like, I was like, oh my gosh, like, she's in Vegas, and I watched every one of your YouTube since then. So I guess, like, I don't know if I asked you, but what motivated you to do like the Lash Babe, killing it and being on YouTube? Because that's a big job as well. Like, I know I have a personality, but I don't think I could do like a YouTube or a podcast, the things I talk about. But so what motivated you to like, I want to do this Lash Babe Killing It thing. I want to talk to different babes. Like what,
Mhm.
how did you come about that?
Um, well, first of all, it's kind of weird that I'm like in this position because growing up, I was like the shy girl. Like I wouldn't talk to anybody. Like
Okay.
even throughout high school, I was like very shy. But I've always been that kind of girl that's like been very not outgoing, but just down for anything, you know? So I don't know. I feel like it was myself in a way. Like I wanted to do something like out of my comfort zone. And I've been wanting to do YouTube for like the longest time, like 4 or 5 years already, but I wanted to do like makeup videos.
Okay.
And it, to me, it wasn't, how do I say it? Like I wasn't into it the way I was about lashes. So when I started doing lashes and I started, doing all that, I noticed that on YouTube there wasn't really that much content, for lashes. So I'm like, okay, like I'm gonna jump on there and like see what I could do. So it ended up becoming into this thing where girls would just come to me and ask me a lot of questions. So that, I ended up keep going, and now it's like I feel like I can't stop it no more. I can't stop it. I don't know when I started.
Yes.
But now I feel like the whole reason behind Lash Babe is killing it. It's crazy because one day I was in the car with my sister and we were going down to the mall, and out of the blue it just clicked in my mind. And I was thinking about it, and I was like, I should like sit down and like talk to girls about their journey. But it was like so random, like how it just happened. It was so random. And I was just like, no, that's just like weird. Why would I want to be talking to girls about their journey? Like it was random. So it was like in the back of my mind for like a week and 2 weeks. And I was just like, okay, the fact that this is not leaving my mind, I need to do it. Like
I
there's
need to
something that's
do
telling
it.
me I need to do it. So
Absolutely.
and then the funny part too is that it was during the time when I was like still decorating my studio, and I had found this sign at Hobby Lobby that says killing it. And I don't know if you've seen my studio. Yeah, so I have a sign that says killing it. And it's
Yeah.
like every time I look at it, it would remind me like why? Like why, why is that in the back of my mind? So when I officially decided to do it, like it just, I don't know, I feel like it's at the point where it's just so natural to me. And I'm not even that far into it. The whole reason behind it was to get to know other girls and understand their struggles and their victories, because sometimes when you look at girls work on on Instagram, all you see is perfection. All you
Yeah.
see is the beauty of lashes, but people don't really understand that there's like a whole backstory to every single lash artist of how they got there. So I feel like to me that was the reason why, is that I wanted to really understand girls and their journey, because everybody's journey is different. And I also
Absolutely.
I want the new girls to know that it's not just all rainbows and butterflies, and that overnight you're going to be this good.
Yes. Yes.
So yeah, I think that's pretty much my reason, is that I want everybody to understand that we are a part of a community, that we could help and empower and lift each other up and just show love, because I remember when I first started, I would ask girls questions and they would like blow me off. Like they wouldn't answer me, like they thought they were too good. And it's like, I understand, like you want me to pay to get your training, but if I only have one question, like like, and you don't answer me, that makes me feel like you don't care. So I wanted to be that girl where girls could come to and be like, hey, where did you get this? Oh, like I'm struggling with this, can you help me out? Like a simple question.
Yeah.
And I don't know, I feel like it just turned into something bigger than what I intended for. So
No, I
yeah.
I definitely agree because I feel like a lot of times, it's, at least where I come from, they say, or the saying goes, the game is sold and not told.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And absolutely. And I will definitely tell you that you got to watch Yogi's YouTube, but you definitely taught me some things like, I, try this little take back method, you know, or some things like that. And I feel like I've definitely learned some things for you. So I do appreciate that because you're absolutely right. Like there is no knowledge or people are very stingy. I remember when I first started school, girl, I couldn't make a fan to save my life. Okay, I could not make a fan to save my life. And it was this young lady, and I would talk to her. I was like, you know, she's doing fan. Can we meet up? And can you teach me? Like, would you mind working with me and showing me? And when I say she would blow me off. It was not until I started school, and it was a young lady, and she was a Lash babe, and she is killing it. And she showed me the different way to make fans, and I was forever grateful.
It's
and if it wasn't for her,
picture, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I saw my sets go from like to like, wow, like people ask me like, can you teach me? Because I really love the way that you lash. And I'm just like, not yet. Honestly, I just like, I'm not ready yet. But now I'm ready. I feel like I'm in a position where I can teach other young ladies because and that's what they want to learn. But I would encourage them, go to school.
Yeah, exactly. Like there's a difference between like me, like I officially want to get to that point where I could teach too, you know, but it's like those little things where if I could teach a bunch of girls at the same time, like, you know, YouTube, then why not, you know? And
why not?
Yeah, exactly. And if they want to pay me to teach them one-on-one, I'll do that, you know, later down the road. That's my goal right now. But I don't know, like I get it. People put so much time and invest so much money in learning their craft, and I would see why they don't want to, you know, give out their little nuggets. But if you're asking one question, it doesn't hurt. It doesn't. Yeah, but I am willing. Yeah, like I'm willing to pay you to teach me. If I'm like 100% want to know your style, I'm willing to pay, you know. But there's like a difference, you know. And I feel like some girls feel like they don't want to because by asking a question, you're crossing a boundary you shouldn't be, you know.
Yes.
Good? Oh, sorry. You're like.
Hold on, give me 1 second. I don't want to exit out of this. I exited out of the call. Okay, someone's calling me. Sorry. Okay, I'm back.
It's okay.
Yeah, absolutely. So, yeah, I've had young ladies, ask me questions, and I don't mind. You know, and I've also had people, can you teach me in class? And again, like at the time, I wasn't ready or prepared because I want to make sure that I'm giving you my best.
Yeah.
As well. So, you know, I do want to begin teaching classes, and I want it to teach me, okay, well, what can I do better in my next course? Oh, there we go. All these little buttons. Okay, 10%. All right. So
that's your phone saying we gotta cut it.
We gotta cut it. No, we still have 10%. We can do it.
Oh, well, I'm excited.
Yeah, so now I'm finally in a salon. It's called 6789 Beauty Bar.
I've never heard of it.
Yep, it's south on Las Vegas Boulevard. I think it's 2 miles past South Point, and it's called
on the other side of town. Yeah.
So it's all south to South Point.
Yeah.
But it's great because we have hairstylists, we have makeup artists, we have a lash tech, we have a barber.
Yeah.
And it's really cool. Like everyone does something different, and everyone is great in their craft. So I love it. I love being here. Like honestly, I can honestly say before I moved to Vegas, I talked to the owner before. I remember walking around my mom's kitchen talking to the owner of this shop.
Yeah.
I barely knew it. I was just started lashing. I told you, like I moved in June of 2018. I think I probably started lashing July 2017. So I was still doing the craft, but I knew this is, where God was calling me to go. And this is what I wanted to do. I want to go to Vegas. I want to do lashes. I want to work in a salon. And it's like So
you just packed up and moved out here by yourself?
With my son. I have at least 7 now. So at the time he was 5. So honestly, it was 8 suitcases and my child.
Really? Aww.
And we left. I have a college roommate. We've been roommate friends since college, and very thankful for her and her partner. And we moved out here. We stayed with them, and I've been killing it.
The dream is real.
Absolutely. I hustle, like, like Lash Babe killing it, like another like nickname for myself, like seductive shoe. Like they call me shoe hustle. Like I'm gonna make it happen. Period. So
It's so cute. Aw.
so
All
I'll
right.
be working hard.
That's so good. That makes me happy. So do you have any last questions for me before we finish off here?
Okay, I guess so. It's one that came across my attention. Um for you. So I've seen someone pointed it out to me because I kind of like you said, like, people are kind of stingy, with their knowledge in the lash industry. So I saw a young lady and I kind of like, can I be your like lash mentor? Because like I just want to take you under my wing and teach you some lash stuff for,
Yeah.
so, and she had sent me a post and it said that there was no such thing as a certified lash tech in Vegas, in Nevada. Like, there's no such thing as certified lashes. You have to be a licensed esthetician to do lashes.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it says. So I was gonna ask you, how do
Okay.
you feel about that? Like, how do you feel about that?
Well, you got to follow the law, right? Yeah. No, you have to follow the law according to each state. So in each state, it's different. But here in Nevada, you do need to be a licensed esthetician or cosmetology. You need either or. So as long as you have that, then you are good to go.
Yes, and I think it was hard because I think I was asking you that because we all start off and we're all certified. Or sometimes some of us are licensed first and they get certified. And I say it's hard because, and it's kind of misleading because you go to school, and when I went to school, and to take, the lash, it was extra, or they don't teach you lashing it aesthetics.
Yeah, and then you have to
Yeah.
go and take a course to learn more about it. Yeah.
It's kind of misleading, and it kind of, excuse me, it's a stinker.
Yeah.
For some young ladies. And I was like, ask how do you feel about that? Because these girls are out here and they're working hard too. And this is how they may feed their family.
Yeah. And then
You know what I'm
too,
saying?
the thing too is that they're teaching girls without a license to do lashes, and it's like that shouldn't even be allowed, because some of these girls go and take a course not knowing that you need a license to do it, and then they're like, well, I paid all this much money, so now they're over there doing lashes because they paid that money, and they're like, I'm gonna do it anyways, So
Absolutely.
it kind of sucks, because first of all, they shouldn't be teaching girls if they're not licensed, and they're just scamming girls out of money for no reason. And it sucks, it sucks.
That's why I asked, like, how did you feel about it? And the thing, like, I do want to be a lash educator, but I have to make a note, like, either you have to be a licensed esthetician, or you have to know, like, look, you still need your license, because I had to work. It's very hard to be in this shop.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I told her, because every state is different.
Yeah.
So when I assumed, like, oh, I can just do lashes and work in the shop. No.
Yeah.
You cannot. If that's your dream, you got to go to school. So I had to work very hard. And at the time, it was 900 hours. I know they recently changed it to 600.
Yeah.
But at the time, I was a 900-hour student, and I was working very hard, you know what I'm saying, like, be in the position that I am in. And it's misleading because I see young ladies that are teaching other young ladies, and they're not licensed. And I'm looking at their work. And then now people are seeing my prices, and they're looking at me like, I'm not paying for that. I'm not paying $150 for 3 weeks. And I was like, actually, that's amazing retention time. Like, if you came for 3 weeks, but it started to say, like, I made a post. It's like, okay, you're gonna go to these young ladies and you're gonna pay that cheaper price, but at the end of the day, you're gonna have to come to you and me to fix what they did. Or now these young ladies are mortified, and they're like, well, I don't want lashes because X, Y, and Z happened.
Yeah.
However, if you would have paid that initial fee,
not professionals. Yeah.
And you would have went through that. So it's tough. So it's like, I understand, because I was once that young lady that was only certified. I was only certified, but I knew I have to go to school to be licensed. And I don't feel like they make that clear. I don't think even like, people aren't making that clear. And that's one thing when I do, become an educator, I want to definitely make that clear. Like, baby, you have to go to school. You have to go to school, or please be at school. And then if you want to learn,
yeah,
and
it kind of sucks because I mean, if you put yourself in the whoever is teaching the courses, I completely understand, because one, they probably won't be making money off the courses if these girls are not certified. They probably won't be making money because most of the girls that are going to take those courses are not license.
Right.
So it kind of does suck because, and I understand why they would teach that way because they still have to make money. But at the end of the day, it does suck and it puts those girls in a position where they shouldn't be, you know?
Right.
And I mean, now that I've been seeing a lot of these courses, they do require you to be licensed now, which is good. But
Just
back in
good.
the day, it was a little crazy. You know, they were just trying to make quick buck from everybody.
Because nobody told me that. I had to do my own research. I said, what? I can't what?
I can't lash.
I gotta go to school too.
I know.
I just finished school. So, so it is very, so I was that young lady, so I'm like, how do you feel about that? Because I've been there. Like, I was so confused. And I remember it was young ladies at my school that only went to school just to do lashes, just so they
yeah,
just
and
so they
that's the thing too that bugs me is that why do you need to be licensed just to do lashes?
And then take a course to learn how to do the lashes.
It's like you're paying $9,000, around 9 to 12 grand to be an esthetician just to do lashes from home. I know. Yeah, it's a big mess. It's a big mess.
So I wanted to ask you how you felt about it. So, I definitely remember being in school and it's just like, a lot of people ask me, like, why don't you have a lot of pictures on your page? Well, because I was in school.
Yeah.
So I don't want to get in trouble because I wasn't allowed to. So I was in school, so I couldn't post lashes. I need to post school-related activities on my page. So, but I like I said, it's been a journey, and I'm very thankful for every moment of it. And I'm where I am now. So,
I'm so proud of
you. Thank you. I'm proud of you too. Like I saw you on YouTube, and I emailed you, and I was like, I want to do it, but I'm nervous. I remember that. I was like, I'm excited, but I'm nervous. Like I have a big personality. I know I can do it, but so
I know. Look at you. I'm having such a good time with you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thanks for sitting down with me. I think our time is up. I just want to say thank you. Thank you for giving me the time to sit down and chat with me and show everybody your experience and your journey throughout this
absolutely. If you need anything done, please come to the salon. Come and see me.
I will.
If you're in the area, if you happen to be on the strip, just come on down. We're actually a 24-hour salon. So
really?
If you need services 24-hour and you book, we will be here for you. So
okay.
We're first 24-hour, yeah.
All right. Thank you.
For sure.
All right. Thanks, babe. I'll talk to you soon, okay?
You as well. Thank you so much.
All right. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Alright guys, so that pretty much wraps up today's video. What did you guys think of Shu? Isn't she the sweetest? Her energy is all over the place and I love it. So make sure to follow Shu on Instagram, Winks by Shu, and go show her some love. Also, if you like this video, make sure to give this video a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe because you don't want to miss out on all my other videos. And of course, hit the notification button so you get notified every time I post. So thank you guys so much for watching and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!